Today's horoscope from Astrocademy, Sagittarius July 20th, 2022. Venus has just moved into your intimacy and shared resources sector for a stay until August 11th. In the weeks ahead, you'll find that you enjoy private moments, thoughts, and observations more than usual, and that your desire to connect with others or special projects on a deeper level increases. It can be a good time for gaining support from others if it's desired or needed. This area of your solar chart is intimate and complex, and Venus here can pull up important themes of passion, attachment, and intensity in your love life or relationship with yourself. You could be more involved with others' resources and talents. If you need to ask for a loan or smooth over differences about financial or intimate matters, this can be the best time of the year to do so. Mental energy runs high today, but consider that there's no benefit in pushing your ideas on someone, especially regarding values and sharing issues. If something feels very unfair, you need to talk about it, but your choice of words and tone will be critical now, so keep it light, since it's the kind of day when people can take things entirely the wrong way. You might uncover a secret or pursue a line of research doggedly today, but avoid overdoing things for your own sake. Watch your financial matters today. In fact, if you don't, you and a partner could be ready to go to war. As mental Mercury swims through your solar 8th house of investments and assets, he'll throw a mocking taunt over to Pluto, now orbiting in your solar 2nd house of income. There's a big push-pull dynamic going on here, and if you've been spending frivolously, your partner is ready to lay down the law. Use this period to find constructive ways of balancing your wealth as a team rather than seeing the other as an enemy. How do you feel about your money matters? The truth behind a debt, investment, or even an inheritance may come to light as Mercury in Cancer opposes Pluto retrograde in Capricorn. You may overhear or become privy to private knowledge as this opposition uncovers any financial secrets that may impact the authority you have over your personal fortune. If necessary, try to regain your sense of power by holding whatever you have that is of value to you. A nest egg or savings account could ease any potential financial stressors during this transit. Some rather disconcerting information you could receive today from a group you're affiliated with could have you wondering if you have a future with this group. This might be a bit disillusioning for you. However, this is not a good day to make a decision of any kind. Wait a few days, then consider whatever you hear today objectively and try to assess its impact. You'll be in a far better frame of mind then. Don't hesitate to let people into your far-reaching plans. They will be curious and interested in hearing about your ideas, giving you some useful advice at the same time. Take criticism seriously. This will help you to become more aware of your weaknesses and to make progress with your previous plans, improving your chances of success. You could be shipped off to Antarctica in a tanker and you would be happy as a clam. You're in an adventurous mood, and bizarre circumstances aren't going to drag you down. Bring it on. You're likely to experience a surprise, especially where love and romance are concerned. Don't be afraid of any new experience, as long as you don't become tongue-tied when you are first introduced to the person of your dreams. Instead, appreciate the unforgettable feelings you experience at this memorable time. You tend to be a methodical person. You like to live your life in an orderly fashion, planning each step of the way. Ever since you graduated from school, you have approached your life as if you are completing different courses. You have concentrated on your career sector, your romance department, and on your spiritual life. Now you could have a pleasant sense of how these various things are starting to come together. Focusing on any tasks will not be easy on this day. The combination of your fun-loving spirit with the social aspects of your own vibration's essence will be stronger in you than any desire to knuckle down and get to work. If there's something you simply must tend to, try to lock yourself away from all distractions and company until the deed is done. Just reassure yourself that you'll take the time to enjoy yourself afterward and do what you can. After just 15 days in your financial sector, Mercury leaves today, but not before leaving you a smart head for money and the ability to think on your feet. The sun will keep the solar spotlight on your financial situation and money matters for another 3 days, but already, 2 days after her return, Venus is itching to get in the driver's seat. While the sun's focus is more on keeping your eyes open and head out of the sand, Venus' focus is more on attracting what's possible. By pure coincidence, the moon just happens to be in your romantic sector as Chiron, the planet of healing, turns retrograde here today. With the dwarf planet Eris turning retrograde here in 2 days and lucky Jupiter next week, today's romantically charged lunar vibes allow you to better embrace the doors opening to the past and second chances and capture what will become a growing sense of romantic nostalgia. Our eyes in the sky. Loving Venus just moved into caring Cancer, so you're probably bending over backward to make sure everyone around you feels safe and comfortable. This is all fine as long as you're taking some much-needed time out for yourself. Putting yourself first during this compassionate transit is an often overlooked but necessary task to avoid emotional burnout. Communicative Mercury is also paired with sensitive Cancer during its moody opposition to dark Pluto today, stirring up all kinds of suspicion and manipulative tendencies. It's so easy to get your feelings hurt and hurt other people's feelings now, so be very careful about how you respond and what you say. When you sense any type of betrayal, your first instinct is to get revenge, but fighting negativity with more negativity during this touchy aspect usually backfires. Fortunately, any tension from the day will all seem like water under the bridge tonight when the moon changes signs into compassionate Pisces while forming a conjunction to benevolent Jupiter. This vibe is perfect for making amends, so if you did butt heads with someone earlier, now would be the time to smooth things over. Be sure to pamper yourself a bit before bed in order to fully de-stress after a rather hectic day. Just after midnight, Mercury in Cancer opposes Pluto in Capricorn, inspiring arguments. This is an aspect of contention. Paranoid thoughts, suspicious behavior, or intimidation tactics are par for the course. Others' polarizing opinions act as catalysts that change the way we think or speak. Fundamental ideas about our history or identity may be challenged now, threatening something seemingly essential to our core personhood. Time and distance are required to see if this is an accurate assessment or a knee-jerk conclusion that we have leaped to out of fear. If we are involved in a conflict, we are apt to bury our emotions and stew, exploding when we finally hit our breaking point. Following this connection, the moon begins its void of course. The best way to get what we desire is to keep our eyes on our own paper and refuse to feed the green-eyed monster. Over the next 2 days, we are content to put our heads down and make steady, deliberate progress towards our goals. On an emotional level, a fixation with optical victory can have us behaving somewhat serious and sober. We might come off as cold to others, however, it is not that we are unfeeling now. We simply understand the work required to achieve our ambitions and are undaunted by distractions. Remember that there are ways to plod conscientiously toward success without making life into one endless chore. Shortly following this, the moon squares off with Jupiter in Aries, making us prone to excess. Today, we are interested in forming the social connections that will enable us to accomplish our desired agenda. Following this, Mercury conjuncts asteroid Ceres, fueling the tensions of the early morning's Mercury-Pluto opposition. Currently, we are speaking up for our needs, or advocating for the needs of others. But in many ways, we are too close to the action, too invested to look at situations objectively. We can therefore demand that others respect our needs while failing to reciprocate unless their priorities are aligned with our own. Avoid making false promises to manipulate situations in your favor.